So, congratulations. This is really exciting. Describe why Salmon Bay FC. How did you guys come up with that?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to create a brand that could stand on its own. So a team name, a team identity that could have its own identity, independent of Ballard FC, but is clearly a sister-brother relationship with Ballard FC. It's important, as launching a new team, especially a women's team, to have its own identity and brand that could stand on its own.
And obviously, you guys are wearing some of the new garb, which I'm sure is going to be available for fans, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the crest or the brand of the team and how the colors were chosen. Just kind of more of what went into the look of this new team.
This one. I could actually take you through this crest here.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's start off with the Salmon Bay Bridge. It's a very iconic and historical landmark in Ballard. We've included that, and then the teal color to represent the Ballard locks itself. The dark green that's around the crest itself and the trees as a symbolic greenery in the Pacific Northwest. And then we have the beautiful sun that's peeking over the Olympic National Park that also represents a new horizon for our club and for women's soccer in Ballard.
Yeah.
Then also on top of that, of course, the salmon color, which is away from the name itself. It also represents a beautiful sky on a sunrise and sunset.
When you both first saw this, after everything was kind of chosen and solidified, and you saw the name, you saw the look of what this looks like for the very first time, what was the gut reaction? What did you feel when you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a blast. Some of this work with kind of logos and colors and brand is so much fun because it's creating an identity for something and creating, it's more than just a logo and colors and words on a screen. It's like something that's going to connect with the community and be a symbol that brings community together. And so seeing that first iteration, I think we all were like, oh, we didn't know exactly what to expect, right? But when we saw that first version, it did feel exactly like a representation of our community, all the things that Tiffany just spoke to. It was important for us. I mean, Ballard is such a special place.
Yeah.
It's such an important part of our community. I grew up in Ballard. It's my home. It's my community. So to see that represented and have a means for us to celebrate that connection is really important. And it's more than just having a logo. It really, for sports teams, I think it's an icon that then represents the community. And so we took that really seriously. So seeing it represented was really, really fun.
What about for you, Tiffany?
For me, actually, it was one of those breathtaking moments where you see the similarities between the Ballard FC crest and how it speaks to one another between the Salmon Bay FC and the Ballard FC. And you could see that it's a sibling relationship, and I loved seeing it.
What has the reaction been? I mean, obviously it's been a little bit of time since I spoke with you about this team being formed in the first place. What has the reaction been to this coming next year?
Go ahead.
It's huge. It's bigger than we expected.
Yeah.
I think that Seattle is a sports town. We know that our sports teams are so well followed, and it's also a soccer town, and it's been a soccer town for a long time. And we're seeing the growth of youth soccer in particular in this city. And so we knew it would be well received, but I think it's been a lot better received than we expected and bigger. As an example, we've been running season ticket redemption for our existing Ballard FC season ticket holders, and over 50% of those folks are going for the bundle season ticket to do both teams. And they don't know the name or the brand yet when they started that process. And so there's clearly buy-in from the community, excitement about a new team, particularly with women's sports. We have some great women's sports organizations in our city, with the Rain and with the Storm in particular, but to have another avenue for the community to get out, celebrate women's sports, celebrate women athletes, and see it played at a high level, I think that's something the community's been asking for, and that we're able to provide that. We're excited.
What does that mean to you, knowing that this team is going to have such a big impact when play does begin?
I think for me, and I want, Tiffany can speak to this a lot more eloquently, but, we saw with Ballard FC the connection that we can build with the community because the game is 5 feet away from you.
Yeah.
The athletes are 5 feet away from you. We have an autograph booth after every single game, whether we win or lose or draw. The fans can get out, and particularly the youth can get out, meet their hero that they just watched out on the pitch, get an autograph, get a photo, ask them a real question about their journey.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we can provide, that professional sports is a lot more challenging to provide because of just the level of where professional sports are going. And so I think when we think about particularly, young girls and boys in the community coming out to Salmon Bay FC games, watching their heroes on the pitch and then getting to meet them right after the game and have that, intimate experience with them, I think that's what really brings us the most joy, is thinking about the inspiration we can provide to the young generation.
It's huge.
Yeah, I think also it's really exciting to see the fans recognize the importance of supporting women's sports and empowering and advocating for just new opportunities for women's soccer in our city.
Yeah. So what comes next?
So, big brand reveal. We're
Yes.
getting the community excited. We're getting people out. We'll announce our head coach soon. So we have hired a head coach we're extremely excited about. So the head coach will get working on roster development. We'll announce players.
Yeah.
We're running season tickets currently, so we don't expect them to last very long. We'll be playing our season at Interbay Stadium for both Salmon Bay FC and Ballard FC. It's a beautiful stadium in the heart of our city, in the Interbay neighborhood, just south of Ballard. And so the season will kick off in May. So we can expect first games then, May through July, and it should be a really good team. And we're going to hopefully win a national championship and give the community another trophy to celebrate.
Awesome, just like the men have done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Steve.
Appreciate it.